Linseed oil is great stuff. I just love it. I use it for, well, I like to play with wood. Obviously I use it for painting. I showed you this cane, oh, I don't know, 5 million videos ago. It was quite a while ago, last year sometime I guess. And I finally did some sanding on it and finished the crown, the top, which was really originally uncomfortable for the hand. And I wanted to finish it, so I did that this afternoon. And now I'm putting some linseed oil on it. I already used some shoe polish. Just, I think it was, I don't know what the brand is, but it's shoe polish, brown shoe polish. And that's what I used on most of this cane. I did not stain it with oil paint, which I sometimes do as well. But now we have a nice comfortable top on this, comfortable to the palm. I love this thing. Well, I love my wife's cane. I gave it to her a long time ago. She doesn't need a cane, but you know, I had to give her something. So there it is. Okay, it's looking shiny now, a little bit reddish. You know, I really like the look of this thing. It's kind of an interesting thing. Anyway, that's done. You know, a project that's been in the works for, well, I did almost all of it within a couple of months, and then it sat for, yeah, what's it been, 12 years? And now it's done, and now I just have to keep oiling it. And this little guy. I love my pellet guns, and I love playing with wood too. So I made a walnut grip for this little pellet gun. It's a Crosman 2240. I just gave it another greasing of linseed oil as well. It's good to do that for a number of years consecutively. And if you do that, you know, say once a year for the first 3 years, and then once every 5 years after that, you know, the wood grips on this thing are going to outlast me by a long time. It's going to be around for decades. Yeah, my hands are covered with oil. That's fine. Your hands are actually great sandpaper. So I did a good job on this one. Here, let me just show you something I did a horrible job on. And I don't really care. It's a buttstock for another pellet gun. I still have to give this a bit more linseed oil. Well, a bit more. I didn't do it at all tonight. This is just dry. I'm going to do that yet tonight. And then just coated, you know, the buttstock, the shoulder stock for this gun. It's fun. It's just spruce, you know. This is walnut. This is spruce. I love playing with it, but I don't love it so much that I'm going to turn a buttstock of a pellet gun into an art form. It's not going to happen. But I give it a good soaking with linseed oil, and that again will ensure that it lasts for a long time. And you know, I'm not going to do that with this gun. I'm not going to fondle it all night. But I'm probably going to go back to the computer and watch a YouTube video or two. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to pick up that cane and I'm just going to keep handling it. I'm just going to keep feeling the top of it. Rubbing my hand on it. I sanded it to the point of, I think, 280 grit, maybe 320, I'm not sure. And now I'm just going to rub my hands all over it. I know there are other ways of doing it, but I'm too lazy and not committed enough to do that. So I'm just going to feel it with my hand for a while. And that's going to, yeah, warm the cane up to the human touch. How's that for silly talk? So that's a good thing. That's what I'm spending my evening doing. As you can see, I have nothing on the easel. No progress there. I haven't. I'm not showing you the next painting yet. I think actually I'm going to start out. I'm going to go get a 16 by 20 inch canvas and work on that next time. But as promised, on that video I will show you the last painting, the last 8x10 in its finished iteration. Okay, the linseed oil thing. It's fantastic. It's great for oil painting. It's a medium you don't use to thin it off. You use it to make it. What? You use linseed oil if you are going to layer. If you're going to, oh, I can't even think of the word right now. Well, it makes the paint greasier. It extends it. It makes it more translucent, more transparent. It makes it more glowy. It's very nice to use. I rarely use it on paintings. The only time that I really do is when I'm doing a larger canvas and I'm doing a very large sky and I want more nuance. So linseed oil is a great. You can add it to your pile of color. And it's more subtle. It makes it easier to use oil paints in a more subtle manner. The subtle transferences between values and hues. But I'm getting off topic. I don't want to talk about that. What I do want to talk about is a very important thing. And number one, if you're using linseed oil, and this goes back to carving, using it on wood as a finish, do it at the end of the day. Apply it to whatever you're going to apply it to in a room that is going to be cooling off. So, I'm going to be evacuating the studio here not too long from now. And I'm going to just let this stuff, the studio will cool off. As everything cools off, the wood fibers suck the linseed oil into themselves. It does a great job of preserving things. If you put linseed oil or any kind of finishing oil on your deck even, or your house, or a cane, or a gun stock, or a carving, if you put it on and then you heat the room up, that wood isn't going to absorb it. Put the oils and the finishing, well, especially with oils, put them on at the end of the day. Put them on immediately before letting things cool down, because the wood will soak it up then. Boy, am I blithering stupidly tonight. And also, whatever rags or paper towels or toilet paper or whatever you're going to use to apply this stuff, apply linseed oil, and that applies to more than just linseed oil, but in this case specifically linseed oil. Do not take those rags that are soaked with linseed oil and put them in a garbage bag or a closed container. Don't put them in the house. Put them outside, away from the house. You can put them in a container if you want, but it's happened more than a few times that oil-soaked rags do spontaneously ignite. Don't even go there. Don't even think of it. So if you're using linseed oil that way, keep it outside. Be safe. Really guess I didn't have a whole lot to say. Just wanted to blither for a bit. Talk to you soon. Next time, yeah, I'm going to pick up a 16x20s. And I am really getting a hunger again for some West Coast rock structure.